Hey, Chandler Crouch here. A lot of people lately have been asking me if protesting their property tax value can hurt you in any way. The short answer is no. Now, some people think that protesting your property tax value could actually affect the real marketable value of your home, and it just couldn't be further from the truth. So, your house is actually worth what a buyer's willing to pay for it. That's what your house is worth. What you could sell it for, that's what it's worth. That establishes the value. Anytime an appraiser comes up with their opinion of the value of your home, or the appraisal district, or a realtor, or Zillow, or anybody like that, anytime anybody else comes up with what they think your home is worth, all we are trying to do is theorize about what a buyer might pay for the house. The way we theorize, our methodology for coming up with that opinion, is through a process called the sales comparison approach. And all that entails is the professional, or the algorithm if you're Zillow, or the algorithm if you're the appraisal district. We will just look at what similar homes have sold for near your property, near the subject property recently. Okay, there are a lot of qualifiers in there, but never once do any of us look at the tax value. Okay, we're all just looking at what homes have sold for nearby, because the theory is, if somebody's willing to pay X amount of dollars for a similar home recently nearby your home, then they would probably pay about the same thing for your house. Okay, so now the counter argument to this is, yeah, but if a buyer's looking at buying a house, wouldn't they look at the tax value? And I would say, yeah, probably so. They probably also look at Zillow, and they probably also have a realtor with them. Okay, so over 90% of buyers have a realtor, and the ones that don't have a realtor, most of them are buying new construction. Okay, so the same ball game doesn't really apply. So anytime a buyer has a realtor, the realtor understands property values. They're going to be pulling comps, which is looking at those nearby sales. Comp stands for comparable sales. Okay, so they're going to be looking at that market data, coming up with their opinion of value, and providing that to the buyer. Everybody knows that the tax value is off, and I can say that with certainty because the tax value, like right now, is in the middle of protest season. Our protest filings are due May 15th, but that protest may not be completely resolved until July. Okay, now the value that we're protesting is what they think the value of the property was way back on January 1st of that year. Well, by the time we actually reach what would be an accurate value, it's already outdated. No appraiser would actually look at that value. So it's wrong, okay? And everybody knows it's wrong. Every real estate professional knows it's wrong, okay? That's that. Now, here's where it could help you. The vast majority of buyers are getting a loan, getting financing whenever they purchase a property, right? So whenever they get that financing, the lender looks at 2 or 3 main criteria. They're going to look at the buyer's credit score. They're going to look at how much cash they have in the bank. And they're going to look at the buyer's debt to income ratio. All the debt to income ratio is looking at how much monthly income that borrower has. And they're looking at the monthly outgoing payments. Okay, so if you've got credit cards or car payment or whatever, they're going to look at the monthly outgoing payments that borrower has. One of the other things that they're going to take into account inside that debt to income ratio is what their future house payment will be. And a lot of times the lender will base the property tax portion of that future house payment on what is already on the tax records, or what was on there the last year. Okay, and that's what they're going to base their payment on, because they just have no way of predicting the future. They could theorize that it's whatever the purchase price is, but most lenders just aren't that good. They don't do that. Okay, so bottom line is, when you get that taxable value down, that decreases the monthly expenses for that borrower, which puts them in a more favorable position for the lender, because it helps improve their debt to income ratio, which allows them to qualify for a higher loan, which allows them to pay more for your house. That's the long answer, and that is exactly why protesting your property tax value does not hurt you, and it can help you. I hope you have a great day. Protest for free on your own. Google, find our tutorial videos, or you're more than welcome to go to free property. Hold on. freetaxprotest.com. Sorry, it's a new domain name. I just got it. So we've been doing this for the past several years, but I just came up with a more simple domain name that's easy to remember, ironically. Hey, y'all have a great day. Thank you very much. Reach out if you have any questions. Have a great day.